Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about January the 6th through January the 13th and the full moon in Cancer. So stay tuned for your pick a card and your energy read for this week. First, before we get started, I wanted to say that if you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Shauna, or you can call me mismooncrystal, whatever vibes with you the most. I'm an intuitive empath and I use the tarot cards to get messages from the universe for y'all. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, then please hit subscribe and notify. I make weekly videos for you guys. So I also have a Facebook community that I'm super excited about, and we have people joining, and if you're interested in joining, I have that information below. But basically we do monthly topics and discussions, and I'm doing live readings every week, and I do open discussion readings and stuff like that too. But really it's a place where we can grow spiritually in like a safe environment, and it's fun too. So if that is something that you're interested in, it's $5 a month, and that really just helps support my channel and all my content that I'm making and putting out there for you guys. So like I said, I would love it if you would join. That information is below. If you're interested in a reading, a personal reading, I do offer them as well. Once again, information is below. I do have a free newsletter also that I offer, and it comes out every Monday, and it's just a weekly forecast, and it's got inspiration, stuff like that in it. You can sign up for that for free. Once again, information below. So let's get started and see what's going to be happening this week for us. So we have this full moon in Cancer, but we also have a partial lunar eclipse. So what I heard it described as is the collective shadow. So we're going to be seeing these energies playing out on the world stage. So that means you may be seeing stuff in your newspapers and on the news and stuff like that. These energies are going to affect us on a global level. So this full moon in Cancer is going to be about emotions and intuition. And anything that you are triggered by this week, it's going to be, an extra emotional time, because the full moon is all about shining the light on things that need attention in our lives. It's like getting the full picture is how I explain it. So the full moon shines the light on this, but then we also have Cancer here too, which is about emotional and intuition. So you're going to be using your intuition a lot too. So, and you may get extra emotional about these things that trigger you, these issues that come up, and so will other people as well. So just pay attention to those energies and those feelings as well. And as I always say, meditate, ground yourself, those kind of things. It's very important. We kind of thought that this year would start slower, but no, honestly, we're going right in full force, because there's a lot of work to do as we enter this new decade in this higher vibrational year. So we're going to see the tearing down, and I know that sounds scary, but we're going to see the tearing down and rebuilding of a lot of things right now. But once again, this is all for everybody's highest good. But going back to the full moon, these energies are going to have us using our intuition and tapping into that a lot. I've been calling it our intuitive superpowers. So you can tap into those more this week and pay attention to them and see how they're working. Once again, if you do meditation, if you're doing, I actually recommend, if you're not meditating, to start a meditation practice. That'll really help also increase your intuitive abilities as well. But just see, mess with that and see if you guys are feeling more intuitive. Let me know below. You can play games with yourself. I usually do like guessing colors and stuff. I do that with my kids. We'll say, what color am I thinking of, and try to guess it, kind of thing, just to see, kind of strengthen that intuitive muscle kind of thing. So you're going to be using your intuition a lot this week when it comes to decisions that you would normally be more practical in, and think more analytically about. So now you're going to be like, how does this feel? How does this make me feel? And what am I being led with by my heart, kind of thing. Some of us aren't as used to using the intuition. So it might feel different to you. It'll definitely feel different than using your mind. You might get strong urges or feelings and go, what is this about? So that's going to be your intuition speaking to you and pulling you in different directions. So this is coming out, like I said, as the vibe is raising. We're learning to use our intuition more, and then we're also going to be questioning authority figures and beliefs that no longer serve us. So, the things that people have told us in the past that they're not going to make sense anymore, or not make sense for us anymore in our world and our reality. So you may find yourself questioning, okay, so why do I believe that, and why am I doing this? Simple things like, oh, I have to have a 9-to-5 job. You might be going, well, why do I believe that? Why do I have to have a 9-to-5 job? Questioning those things, questioning authority figures like parents, teachers, and also government. That's another thing. This is going to be something, like I said, this is going to be on a global scale this whole year. But we're going to really start to question the government and what they're doing, and if we agree or don't agree. This week is also all about self-love. So because we are dealing with this more feminine and intuitive side of things, we're going to be dealing with some issues coming up where we're going to have to work on ourselves. But what is really big for us, and as we're moving into this 2020, is self-love. That's the reason why a lot of us have been going through relationship issues, the separation of you and, say, soulmate or twin flames, and those things that have been going on for the last couple months that we're seeing. Those are happening because we're having to go through this time where we can learn to love ourselves. Because when we get back to ourselves, we're going to realize that this is where our core issues are. This is going to be the root of a lot of things. And this is so we can heal ourselves as a collective. So that's really important. So once again, pay attention to those. And like I've been saying, I really recommend everybody gets into a meditative or a mindfulness practice. This year's energies and this week's energies, because we're talking full moon and Cancer and lunar eclipse, they might be intense for some of you. As I was saying, you may be triggered really easily. Other people may be triggered, and then that triggers you. But being able to be mindful and be in the moment and realize, okay, well, this is this energy affecting me. This is trying to heal me, understanding those things rather than it just like bubbling up and then you freaking out or lashing out or anything like that. It's much better to be mindful in the moment and, ground yourself and be aware, because all of this and all of that it is doing is healing right now. We're healing as a collective right now, and it's a really cool thing, but it is not easy, I guess. I wish I could say it's going to be an easy process, but it's not going to be an easy process, and at some points it may be scary for us. So, two, if you're in relationships or you're worried about relationships right now, I had been seeing this time this week is going to be a time that we may be more detached from our partner. We're going to be more worried about ourselves this week. And the other, your partner is going to be more worried about themselves too. This is not bad. So just go with the flow. This will change. You'll come back together and, be better for it as well. But right now, this is a time for us to really hone in on ourselves, love ourselves, really do that inner work right now. This is very important. So we're going to do a pick a card so we can see what the week ahead is going to be for you guys. So in a second, I'm going to put 3 piles up on the screen. You can choose which one resonates with you, and then you can choose the timestamp below, and I will see y'all there. All right, my friends, here are your 3 different piles to choose from. So take a look and concentrate and see which one, really draws your attention right now. This is going to be pile 1. This is going to be pile 2, and this is going to be pile 3. So I'll see y'all there. Thank you. All right, my friends, those of you that chose pile 1, this is going to be your weekly pick a card. So our overall theme of the week is actually a really awesome one. It's the 9 of Cups. This is a dream come true, a wish fulfill. This is just really, you have completed all the things that you wanted to. You're feeling very satisfied, and now you're just kind of sitting back and relaxing and enjoying yourself. So that's a great energy for the week, I think. So this week you can really, and this is also emotions. So maybe this week you guys won't be affected as much, or you really are more in tune with yourself to where your emotions aren't all over the place, and you're able to just kind of settle in and, feel good about yourself this week, and everything's just going smoothly for you. For the full energies. Now, for the first part of the week, we have the Death card, which is interesting, but this means to me that you guys are really ready to you're ready to get rid of something, you're over something, and you're ready to move on with it and put it down, put it to rest. I don't want to say put it down, but I'm going to draw on this death card as well. So this is going to be something that is completely over with now at this point. It does feel like this is going to be something that you're aware of. The Six of Wands on the death card. This is something that I feel like you're going to do almost publicly as well. Let me know in the comments below if that resonates. I'm going to pull one more card for this. So this is all for the beginning of the week, and here's the end. So this is definitely the complete end of something. This doesn't really feel like a relationship to me. This feels like, honestly, an old thought process and a habit, something, a way of thinking that you have, that you are putting, to rest. It's gone, it's dead, it's gone. You've had enough of it, and it almost feels like you're celebrating over this too. You are excited that you're able to overcome and to move forward and finally put that part, behind you right now and move forward. And like I said, this almost feels like a public thing that you're showing people, like, okay, this is what I've done and I'm putting it out there. Or this is how I believe, even, is what I'm feeling. Like, these are my beliefs and I don't care who knows. I feel good about it and I'm ready to move forward. And so that's going to be the beginning of the week. That's kind of cool. It's exciting. And once again, because we have this Nine of Cups too, this is like you're doing something and really feeling satisfied with it. And even with the first of the week here, we're really seeing that. And then the middle of the week, we have the Eight of Cups. So even though, once again, we see all this Death card, the Ten of Swords, we're walking away from this thing and we're not looking back. We're moving into, greener pastures is the way that, this is described. You're traveling and you're not looking back. So let's pull on this Eight of Cups as well. Once again, there's a lot of emotion here, but like I said, I'm not really feeling this is a relationship, but this is a collective reading. So this could have to do with some relationships too, being done with them, ready to move forward and being okay with it. Ace of Swords. So this is, to me, that you were able to kind of lay the law down and go, you know what, once again, this is all thought processes, mind, like this is all happening intellectually within your mind, and you were able to make the decision and go, you know what, I'm done, I'm walking away. So this is kind of going to be the theme for the beginning of your week, the first part to the middle of the week. You're going to be really overcoming this and being able to walk away proudly, to me, and really think clearly, which is very cool because, once again, we're in this emotional time as well, but it looks like you're very balanced with this because you do have the cups where you're walking away, and that's your emotions. You're getting the full picture. Look, we got the moon in the background, the full moon shining the light on everything, just like we're having this week. So this full moon is really going to do you some justice. It's really going to help you out. It's going to shine the light on something. You're going to be moving forward and getting rid of it, but you're going to do it in such a graceful and, like I said, intellectual way that it's almost like you didn't miss a beat. So then towards the end of the week, we're still moving away, but it's still, like I said, almost this graceful and proud, and you're okay with it and not looking back at it. But this is definitely the end of something. This is the end of, like I said, a thought process, a habit, something that you can be proud of, that you're moving away from. Even if, say, this was a job decision because it was weighing you down too much, maybe it was too much, you were working too much and you weren't able to spend time with family as much anymore. Those kind of things, that could be dragging you down, that you were like, you know what, in this new year, it's about me taking care of myself, like what I was talking about earlier. And now it's the time for me to, leave this behind and do something that is better for me, mentally, physically, all those. So you definitely, this week's theme for you is you're going to be following this moon cycle. You're going to be shining the light on something that doesn't serve you anymore, and you're going to be able to remove it. And the moon does help with that. That's why I like full moons, and I do recommend full moon rituals. They're very powerful. They help a lot with stuff like this. So once again, you can utilize those, and they're very simple. All you have to do is write down your intention that you're wanting to leave behind on a piece of paper and burn it. I would do it under the full moon if it's warm enough, if you can get outside, but if not, just, kind of take time to meditate and focus while you're doing this. But this is beautiful. You guys are really, like I said, following along with this cycle, this full moon. And you will be leaving something behind this week, but it looks like it's going to bring you to, a really good place in your life. And next we have the weekend, and the weekend we have this 10 of Cups. So you started the week here with the 9 of Cups, and you're ending with the 10 of Cups. So this is going to bring you complete emotional satisfaction. And I really feel too that this is about you've used your intuition here. You've used your intellect still, some practical side, but you were able to really be just like fully aware and conscious of what you're doing and able to make this decision to move forward and really be satisfied. Like, this is the ending of something, but it's a beautiful ending to where you know that you made the right decision to move forward. Then we have what we're learning for the week, and this is the Page of Swords. So to me, this is almost like you were able to get the message across in a way that you're proud of yourself now. Maybe this is something you've never been able to do. You've never been able to communicate like this before. And you were able to stand up for yourself and communicate this and actually follow through with it as well. And now you're looking like, okay, I've really learned how to take control of myself. And it could have been those intuitive abilities working together with the intellect that really helped you out with this and pushed you forward. This is a time, like I said, about self-love too. So this is, you're really grasping that and taking that self-love and going, you know what? I am loving myself this week. I'm doing this for me because I know what's best for me, and I trust myself and I trust my intuition. You can do that this week, you guys. This is really amazing reading. And you're going to be able to really move forward and have a great week, you guys. So my friends, if this reading resonated with you, I would love it if you would hit subscribe and notify. I'm going to be making weekly videos. And as always, I hope you guys have a super blessed week. Thank you. All right, my friends, those of you that chose pile 2, this is going to be your weekly reading for January the 6th through the 13th. So let's see what's going on. All right, so our first card, which is our, overall theme for the week, is actually the 5 of Swords. So this to me would be someone that would be in your life that you're not seeing eye to eye with right now. This is a clash of energies, a clash of ideas. Maybe someone getting the last word in. Maybe there was a dispute and somebody said something that they didn't mean, kind of thing, but now there's these unsaid words and nobody is really talking about it. This can also go on on an internal level too. So you may be like internally fighting with yourself as well. You're not sure about a decision to make. You can have those clashing of ideas in your head as well. So this could be not just an external thing. This could be going on within your mind, within yourself. But we'll see as we're moving forward here. So at the beginning of the week, we have the 10 of Swords. So, and I'm going to go ahead and show this because I think this is interesting. In the middle of the week, we also have the 10 of Wands. So we have 2 10s here, 20. So this is definitely, we are ending a cycle. We are ending the thought process. We're ending something that has been a burden to us. So this, to me, is someone hurt you and you made the decision to leave them physically, like they're gone. They're out of your mind and out of your life. This is it. Or if this isn't a person, this could be a job or something that you were passionate about, that you thought that you really wanted. To me, this is taking on something that you really wanted, but then you found out in the end that it was just too much. But this is also, I feel like, because there was a mental burden here and someone that could have been really stabbing you in the back. They could have been, saying things behind your back that, were mean. This could be somebody doing something behind your back that hurt you. But they, for sure, this is the end of that. This is the end of this situation. And seeing this 5 of Swords, too, I feel like this person that was, this is the person that you had words with, that you weren't sure about, and you had these mixed feelings and energies up with, but really here in the cards it's showing that they're done, they're over with. I don't feel like you're going to be able to go back to this person. You're not going to be able to feel good about it anymore. You've actually cut them out of your life at this point. So that's the beginning of the week energy. And that's pretty intense and heavy. But once again, that's what this full moon is about. It's about shining the light on places in our life that need work, and figuring out if there are things that we need to move forward with. We're moving along with the cycles of the moon that happens. It's reflected in our lives in the very same way. And it does that so we can heal and grow and move forward. So towards the end of the week, we have the Hierophant. And this is about, learning and about higher knowledge, but also about structure. So this could have to do even with government things, church-related things, spiritual knowledge, those sort of things. But let's draw on it. So at the end of the week, maybe you're seeking some, higher knowledge here, some spiritual knowledge because of what was going on. You're wanting to tap in more to, connection with God, with Source, with Spirit. Let's see why he's here. Why is the Hierophant here? Page of Wands. And I feel like, okay, so the Page of Wands, it's like you're taking this new direction and you're ready to be excited about it. So even though we saw this ending and, it was a heavy burden, it's something that you've been carrying for a while too. That's what I feel like. Okay, we've carried this burden for a while. This is something you could have known about someone that they, weren't doing you right, and you've been carrying this for a long time and you just dropped it. So now you have this weight lifted, and it's almost to me like you had an epiphany, you had a moment to where you're like, why did I carry that for so long? To where it really switches your direction up and you're ready to go on this new adventure, a new journey. And this could be this inner work. This could be the self-love that I was talking about, and you really trying to find out who you are inside. But this is definitely going and getting that spiritual knowledge. But to me, this has to do with you're seeking almost like a structure to do it. So maybe you're looking at yoga, you're looking at different meditations, or maybe you're going to church or something. You're looking for some way of structured spiritual information, but you're really excited about it, and this is a new path and a new journey for you. So maybe this isn't something that you would have considered before if this didn't happen, and it's kind of turned everything around and led you on this new journey for you. So that's pretty exciting. So then for the weekend, we have the Two of Wands. So we have the Page of Wands. This is, all right, I'm setting out on this new road, this new journey, not looking back, ready to move forward and excited and enthusiastic. So now, we may be looking at this. I could see myself doing this. I could see this, me moving forward with this and making this my everyday thing. So like I said, maybe you decided to take on a new practice of meditation, of reading the Bible, of just anything like that. The structure, you kind of tapped into and you're really starting to like it. You can see where you fit into it, and you're growing this world. So this is like you taking and looking at your reality and going, I can see this in my reality as an option. And even though there's this other in the background, you're really leaning towards moving forward with this option, with continuing on doing this. So that would be your weekend. So you're really just kind of there, soaking it all up and watching this unfold in front of you. Not really moving too quickly yet, but really just, like I said, enjoying that moment with it. So then what you've learned for the week is the Three of Pentacles. So this is almost like somebody is... You're working with somebody, but then they also might be giving you advice. So maybe with this is what I'm getting with the Hierophant, and you may be going on this new spiritual journey here. You've met somebody or someone that you've known of in your life that you've contacted here, and you've been working with them to learn how to do this spiritual wisdom. You've been working with them to learn more. This is about working together. And then this is also about hard work as well. So I feel like you're really focused, you're into it, and you know that hard work will pay off, but this is going to be a process. It's the beginning of it. But this, to me, this week is really all about doing that inner work and doing that self-love work and meditating and going within, but knowing that it's going to take time and patience. And like I said, I feel like you're going to be working with somebody too that's going to be helping you kind of discover all this and move forward with it all. So my friends, if this reading resonated with you, I would love it if you would subscribe and hit notify. I do make new videos every week. And as always, I wish y'all a super blessed week, and thank you for watching. All right, my friends, those of you that chose pile 3, this is going to be your reading for the week of January the 6th through the 13th. All right, let's see what's going on. So your overall theme is actually this 9 of Swords. So this to me, maybe in the recent past or as you're moving into this week, you're going to be really, there's something that you've been very anxious about. Look at me, I'm trying to like sidestep. Okay, this is anxiety right here. This is sitting up in your bed and being worried about something. So there's something that's on your mind, something that you've been worried about. And this seems like that because we are headed into this full moon, that something that's coming to your attention right now, you're not so happy about, and maybe you don't feel like you're fully prepared to see it in its fullest yet. So you're kind of up at night, like I said, worried and anxious about that. So that is the theme of the week, and I hate to bring that news, but because it is a full moon week, it does make sense to me. There are things that are going to come out that do make us anxious, that do make us worried, that make us fearful, but that's so we can move on and heal from it. So it's not a bad thing. So the beginning of the week is the Page of Swords. So to me, this is a message coming through to you. This could be a person as well, but it could be somebody bringing you a message or talking or communicating to you, which we'll clarify in a second. Or I always feel like this is just some sort of message coming through. Now let's see why the Page of Swords is here. You're getting some information. So we have the 5 of Swords, and I'm seeing that in a lot of the readings right now. This 5 of Swords is, okay, so we have the overall theme of this 9 of Swords, and then you're getting information about moving away. So whatever has made you anxious, whatever was giving you anxiety, you are going to make the decision to turn away from it and leave it behind, which does make sense. So we're given the choice, the opportunity during full moons to keep something or leave it behind. That's the whole purpose of it. So in this case, whatever this is for you, which I feel like would be, this is going to be something that affects you in, a thought, a feeling. It's something that does give you heavy anxiety. So it could be a habit, it could be a person and stuff like that too. But to me, this is going to be a thought process, a habit that you are leaving behind and getting rid of. Maybe this is something you didn't want to tell people. That you do, like that's what I keep thinking. I almost get the sense that this is a habit that you have been anxious about, something that you wanted to leave behind, but you don't want to tell the world, and it's something that you worry about. I feel like this is why the 9 of Swords is here. You're worried about it at night because it's something that you don't share with everybody else. But this week is going to be your opportunity to move away from it and to move forward and remove that anxiety. So now that I'm seeing this, I really feel better about it, because this anxiety feels that to me that it's been there for a long time. That even seeing it as the overall theme, this week is the week that it's going to be removed from you. So I think that's really cool. So the middle of the week, we have the 8 of Pentacles. So this is still working on stuff and really having to, be focused on it to move forward. If I, like I said, I feel like this is going to be a habit, an addiction, or something like this that you're working on or moving away from. This could be a person though. If you're addicted to a person, if you're addicted to a relationship, but like I said, this is an addiction to a process, or some sort of intellectual thought process that has been plaguing you for a while. And so you are moving away from it. You're making that decision. You're laying that law down. You're moving away from it, but it's hard work. It's not easy. So you're going to have to sit down and do the work, maybe the meditation, maybe talking to other people and getting help with it. But it is something that you'll have to do to kind of keep moving forward. So then the end of the week, we have this 5 of Swords. So this is mixed energy. So maybe you're feeling about going back. Maybe you feel like, okay, I did leave it behind, but maybe that wasn't the right decisions. So to me, this would be you're having mixed thoughts in your head about if you did make the right decision or not as you move forward. So then by the weekend, we have the Queen of Pentacles, which to me is nurturing that thought, nurturing that idea. I feel that you're going to get a grasp on it better, and you're just going to, because you're practically thinking about it, you're, taking a practical approach. Even though we have a lot of intuition this week, I feel like not a lot of intuition was put into this week. You've had to actually think really hard to overcome this because it's something that has been with you for a while. Like I said, a thought process that's been with you for a while. So you're actually having to nurture this new thought, to grow it, to move it forward. But you're able to do this and really start to feel better about yourself. And then for the actual, what you're learning for the week is the Fool. So I feel that you're going to be, you're starting this week very anxious and upset. Like I said, I feel like this is something that's kind of hidden. But then by the end of the week, you're feeling good. You're feeling like this is a fresh start. You can actually feel the weight lifted off of you, after we get past this full moon, that you are on this fresh new journey, that you did leave it behind and you're okay with it. It did take some work to move forward, like I said, because the middle of the week, I feel like this is you really having to, okay, am I doing the right thing, and keeping up with your thoughts? And like I said, maybe meditating and doing that sort of work. And you even have a moment where you're like, okay, did I make the right decision here? And not sure of yourself, but you're really, to me, balanced in a way as well. And that's why we see this Queen of Pentacles at the end of the week, to where you're able to come to the conclusion like, okay, this is my life. This is my journey. I'm going to love it and have fun. And I'm not going to let things, hold me down or tie me back anymore. I do want to draw on the Fool as well, just to get a clarifier. Why is the Fool here? Okay, so we got the 8 of Cups, so that's perfect. So you're on this new journey, and you did have to leave this behind, and it was an emotional, intense thing. It's something, like I said, I almost feel like it plagued you. Caused so much anxiety in your life, but now you're able to really move forward, and you don't have to look back. And I feel like that you're moving forward so much that you're in a totally different place. I feel that this full moon energy has really helped you move forward and be able to say, out with it, out with the old, I'm done, I'm ready to do my own thing and be, excited and happy about my life. So my friends, if this reading resonated with you, I would love it if you would hit subscribe and notify. And as always, I hope you all have a super blessed week, and thank you for watching.